Sometimes a bad resume can help you, and by sometimes, I mean one time back in 1806 in Philadelphia, when a slave pretended to be his own brother, telling his new master that he was a bad slave so that his master would sell him or set him free. Hi, my name is Jeremy, and welcome to Elwyn Studios, where we explore stories of great American heroes throughout history. Daniel Godwin was a businessman, but not the kind you think. He would buy runaway slaves from their masters, hunt them down, and sell them for a higher price. Daniel was on one of these hunts to find a fugitive named Zeke. He went to Philadelphia to talk to a man named Isaac Hopper, a famous abolitionist and Quaker. If Isaac knew anything about Zeke, there was a high chance that he would buy him for a high price and set him free. Daniel was explaining to Isaac how he had bought a slave and that he was willing to sell him. But then someone Daniel thought was a free black walked in, and after listening to the conversation for a bit, he interjected and introduced himself. The man told Daniel that he was Zeke's brother, and it turned out that Zeke had come to Philadelphia, but after being free for a bit, got lazy and was now of no use to anyone. This news got Daniel worried. Even if he did find Zeke and bring him back south, he wouldn't be able to sell him because nobody wants a slave that doesn't work. Plus, he didn't want a slave for himself, especially not one that didn't do anything he said. So, Daniel decided that his only option was to sell Zeke for a lower price. Daniel had chosen the wrong slave to chase. He asked Zeke's brother if he would buy him for $150. But the man said that this was too expensive, especially since it was generally agreed that the best thing for everyone was for Zeke to be set free. That way nobody would have to be responsible for him, and Zeke would hopefully learn how to live and work on his own in freedom. The final price was $60, much lower than Daniel wanted, but he didn't want to deal with a slave that was prone to run away as well as becoming rebellious. So Isaac Hopper drew up the papers and all signed the agreement. Zeke was now free. The man who claimed to be Zeke's brother stood up and took a bow. Now that they had done some business, it was time that they were properly introduced. "Sir," said the man with a smile, "I am Zeke." Daniel, the slave hunter, had just signed a deal to free the very slave that he was chasing. And Zeke wasn't even lazy. He was actually a hard-working man who was smart and had outwitted a professional slave hunter. And so ends this story about the one time it's a good thing to have a bad resume. Click on this video here if you want to learn more about another slave hunter who got outwitted.